Hello, hello. I am Christine Jousty of Mail Something Pretty, and it is time for our weekly live, or our live class, as people have been calling it. And so today we're going to be talking about Halloween, which I know is kind of strange because it's still July. What is it? July 30th. Um, but if you get my emails, it will explain why I chose to do Halloween today. And I'll go over that in a few minutes. I just want to make sure that we are up and running. And so if you're watching live, please be sure to say hello or say something in the comments to let me know that you're here and that everything is working correctly. I'll just give that a second. So tomorrow's the last day of July, July 31st. And so it's the end of two things. It's the end of bonus days coupons. So for every $50 you spend, you get a $5 coupon to use beginning on August 1st. Hi, Karen. Awesome. Hi, Kim. Great. And the second thing is to kind of piggyback onto the coupons is I'm doing Mystery Host Party. We haven't done one in a little while. And so if you place an order by tomorrow, and actually I'll put that host code on there. I have it on my page as well. If you use that host code, you'll be entered in for a Mystery Host Party. And there's no minimum to place an order. So the coupons is a $50 increments to get the $5 coupon. But for the Mystery Host Party, there's no minimum. And so on August 1st, which I guess is Thursday, I will just hop on live real quick and I'll pick a name out of the hat. And whoever that is will be the mystery host and get all the Stampin' Rewards of whatever all those orders pull together. Right now we're at $35, but the more people order, the higher that will go. And I will cover the cost of the shipping for the mystery host rewards. Alrighty, so now I know that we are good. I think people are enjoying their summer because we only have a few of you, but I'm so glad that the few of you that are watching are on. All right, so let me change that. Perfect. Okay. So I sent my email out this morning and I talked about Halloween, which I know was kind of a funny topic for the end of July, although I have seen Halloween candy in stores or in some stores, which is crazy. But anyways, it got me thinking about Halloween. And also there was some discussion from other demonstrators about we could preview the holiday catalog, and there are no Halloween products in the holiday catalog. And so that was a little alarming for some. And so Stampin' Up! Let us know that they've pre-released Halloween products on the online exclusives that went live in the beginning of July. And then there'll be a few other things, paper, I don't know if they're stickers or something, in with a scrapbooking line that's coming on September. So that's exciting for those of you who scrapbook. So anyways, it got me to thinking about Halloween and what can we do with what we have. So this is one example of what we can do with what we have. So I made a strip card. I think I did this a while ago, and I will post my video that I did with this. And they were birthday cards, different colors, but the same technique. And I think it was called Scrappy Strip, or I don't remember, but it's with all these kind of zigzags. So what I did was, and we'll do it, I just used black and white for this one. We used different colors. And then I put these little, what I'm calling eyeballs, but they're just little brads. So they kind of look like little ghost eyes. And then I just did a trick or treat, which is from the Throughout the Year stamp set, which is a great one because obviously you can see all of the holiday sentiment. So it's a good one to have. And here is the trick or treat. Thanks, Karen. I'm glad you like it. All right. So that's kind of the one we're going for. I have another version that I'll show you at the end that I did strips, but I did it differently. And you can let me know what you think. So right now we're going to do a similar card. First thing actually I'm going to do is I have some strips. I have some strips already cut. And kind of Halloween colors, right? Orange, although this is peach because it's the new in color. White, I use Lemon Lime Twist. I use Blackberry Bliss. I did my email, I talk about Gorgeous Grape, which you can use also. Whatever purple you want to use. Highland Heather, I think, is a great color if you're doing like a Dracula. So My card base it's a standard size card, right? And I use Pebble Path on this one. I'm going to use black on the other one. But my where is it? So we're going to lay strips to just a piece of paper. And so this is 3 3/4 by 5. You can make yours whatever size you want, but so you can just see a border around the edge. And so my strips, I want to be a little bit longer. And so I just cut a piece of paper, just a quarter the whole sheet. So it's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And so you'll see that you get them longer. And so I'm just going to make my strips. If you have scraps, this is perfect. So I kind of want them to be skinny at one end and thicker at the other end. You can kind of see that. So what I'm going to do is this one will have a little bit of a straight edge, but I'm just going to turn it on a diagonal and cut so you can kind of see that it's skinnier on one end and bigger on the other. And then I'm just going to shift it the other way. So my bottom here will be skinnier and thicker. And so that's what I'm just going to do. And I'm not going to worry about having them all the same. I actually kind of like that they're different. So I'm just kind of going back and forth and making these little strips. That should be plenty. Okay. So you do that for, like this one, I only did 2 colors. I think this one I'm doing here is 4 colors. You can do however many colors you want, whatever color combination you want. All right, so I'm just going to put my strips on top of the paper here. So I have, you can see them, the lemon lime twist. I have white. And rather than orange, or pumpkin pie, I should say, on this one, I'm using, this is the designer series paper, the 6x6 pack of the In Colors. Hi, Debbie. And this is just the striped one, but they have, actually I could show you. The other one I think that would look nice, I just keep mine in here, are the polka dot ones. I think that would work well for this too. But I just pulled out the stripes. So I already have my strips done like that. And I have already cut, again, I said, it's hard to see, although you can see in between. That's the layer that we're going to glue these strips to. So that is 3 3/4 by 5. Okay. And I'm going to do that on a silicone mat. All right, let's see. Karen says, oh, I like the way you're cutting the strips. Cool. I don't send Halloween cards, but you can, oh, yeah, you can make these anything. These certainly do not have to be Halloween, Christmas, whatever, you know, whatever colors, and then whatever thing you want to stick on there. The video I did a while ago, has to be at least 2 or 3 years ago. I think I did birthday cards. And so you can, I'll post it, but you'll get the idea. You know what you're doing. All right. So the first one I'm going to start with actually flush to the top. And that just makes it easier. If you have it going off, you can cut it off after, but it's just easier to line that one up. So I'm going to start with purple. So I'm just going to put that right up here. Yeah, you can see it. Normally, if I'm doing like nice strips, I would put the glue to my base because it's less messy. But because these have that diagonal, I just have to be careful and not get glue on my fingers. Because these are, oh, see, I just got glue on it already. All right. So that one, I'll just check, but it's flush with the top. And we'll see if the bottom gets flush or not. That doesn't matter because we're going to end up with, we're going to have overhang. So we're going to end up cutting. So then you can decide. So I have skinny here and I have thicker here, but you can either, sorry, Jessica, sorry, Karen, saying about you love those spider nuggets. You talk about those all the time. I'll have to find a picture of them and post them when it's closer to Halloween. But I'm glad you like them. So you can follow the pattern if you want to do skinny and thick, or you can even just, maybe I'll even do that one. It doesn't matter because it's just up like scrap paper. No, I really can't believe I'm talking about Halloween. I love fall, but fall just creeps into winter, and winter's okay for a little while, but I don't know. All right, so now, so I have two, so I could either do it again like that and redo it. Let me think for a second. Why not, right? Why not? You really can't go wrong. And what I'm doing is, just push this down, I'll show you. I'm trying to keep a similar shaped or similar sized border in between the two. You can actually vary that up too. You don't have to keep it the same. But just for now, I'm keeping it the same. So now I'm going to offset it because otherwise you could actually do a really cool design going that way. You can do no wrong. But now I'm going to take that peach. It's really kind of pretty with these colors because it's Halloweeny, but it's kind of like friendly Halloween. This is not a scary combination. All right, so you'll see, you can kind of offset it. So now you can either repeat the color pattern or you could change it up. I think because this one I really didn't have a pattern. I did one black, two white, one black, one white, two black, three white, like, so it doesn't matter. But I think for this one with the extra colors, we'll see as we go along. I have another one that I already pre-did that I did follow the pattern, so maybe this one I won't. Yeah, I won't. And then you can see the two. The other one, instead of using this stripe paper, I used sparkly paper. But I'll show you. All right. So the reason why I glued another one too is because you probably don't want to watch me glue two of these. So it does take a few minutes. So this one, this green is a much skinnier piece of whole than that one. So it doesn't even matter. All right, I might just go that way. You don't want to overthink it. You just want to do it. Here am I overthinking it. Because I'm actually overthinking it for a reason, but I'll share that with you when we're done. Actually, I can just tell you now. I'm trying to think where I want to put my eyeballs. All right. How do we do? Oh, Susan popped in there. Oh, you're working at Expressions. I need to post your picture. I'm so sorry. So Susan lives in my town and she's part of my club and she's actually part of my team and she's selling her beautiful, and I emphasize beautiful, cards at this really cool little artisan shop in Scituate Center. If anyone lives near me, Scituate on Front Street, called Expressions, and she sells her cards there and they're beautiful. And I took a picture of her, or not her, she didn't want to be in the picture. I took a picture of her display and I haven't posted it yet. All right. Can you see how this is a great way of using scrap pieces of paper? I think I'll do a white. You could do 10 different, well, as long as they match. You could do 10 different colors. You could do whatever you want. Okay, so now I'm here down the bottom. And I can try to see if I, you may end up finding one that is exactly the right size. Let's see, do I have a thicker one? I don't think I do. You could make your border a little thicker here, or you could just have a little black on the bottom. This one I think I ended up trimming, so it really doesn't matter. We'll see when it's all done. I might just leave it when there's black on the bottom. All right, so you get the idea. So here are my strips. They are all glued onto my, see why I did it on the silicone, because it sticks. So I'm actually just going to turn that over and let that dry, because it will dry faster with it upright, not stuck. All right, I'm going to leave those there because I think we'll use them for the inside. So here is my other one, right? So that's the back side, the messy side, and here's the front. And so you can see I use little glimmer paper on this one. So the glimmer paper, I forgot I had it, is the new In Color. So it's the same color combination as the striped paper I used. So it's peach, but it has like, it's peach, but has some orange in it. Or I should say it's darker. So you can see how it's a little darker. Petunia Pop, Summer Splash, Shy Shamrock, and Pretty in Pink. It does come in 12 by 12. And I think you get 2 sheets of each color. So that's under the specialties paper, wherever that might be in the catalog. I have no idea where it is. All right, so you have a choice. You can either, because I have the glimmer paper, oh, let's see what happens. I'll do one of each side. You could use your paper trimmer to cut it. So on this one, I'm just going to line up on the bottom. I'm going to line up the top in my track. Let's see what happens. Oh, it worked. And your cutter will get kind of gunky and sticky, and then you just have to clean it up later. So you can do it with your trimmer, or you can do it with scissors, because I would have it upside down and you just cut. Just follow along. So either way works. Like that, and then turn it over, and then you have this really cool, I think it's really cool. I like these colors together. I think in my email I talked about the purple was, did I say, I figured if I said this, the Gorgeous Grape, but I decided to use the Blackberry Bliss. Okay, so I had just a basic black card base, and then that's gonna go, I mean, look how sharp that is. Even just like that, that's really sharp. So you can either, this one I used foam strips to pop it up, or you can glue it directly down. I think I'll just glue this one directly down. I think that's faster for the video. And for if Anne is watching, sometimes I don't even do that much, but because it's heavier weight, I add a little glue. I'm teasing her because she uses, and I know some of you do too, so much glue. You really don't need a whole lot of glue. All right, so I don't know if you're going to be able to see this. So see where my thumb is? There's a little black strip because my green didn't quite meet up with, kind of like how I did on the bottom here. It didn't quite meet up on the edge. Like the top we lined up nice, but the bottom maybe not. But because we put this on the same color, although now this is a little thinner than that, but that's okay. You don't even notice it. Let's see. I was just seeing what Karen said. The one you just cut the excess off would be cool, putting happy birthday in. Totally. Like no one would, if you put happy birthday, no one would even know that I, you know, what I'm calling Halloween colors. Exactly. All right. It's a fun technique. I saw it. I did not come up with it. I saw it somewhere online and I liked it. So I did a video. That's not coming off, is it? That's going to bother me, but that's all right. That's a little wider than that one. Okay, got distracted here. So now I need, where are they? Here we are. I have a couple options. Not for that one, because I think that would be too much glitter. So that will go with that one. I've stamped some, but I'm going to stamp one now. Those are plain. I have kind of options. Black. Okay, so I have different options to play with it because I wasn't sure what we were going to do. But the first thing is I'm going to stamp my stamp with the markers. Oh, I love my glass mat. Susan just asked, how do you like a glass mat? It's a great surface to work on. Especially I can see like little smudges of glue and those will just wash right off. I'm not even using the mat. I'm using the mat just as a surface here for this card. But you can actually physically use the mat. I'm looking for my markers. to do a whole bunch of things on. Thanks for asking. Because, yeah, actually, if you got it by tomorrow, you could get a $5 coupon. Let's see. I have Garden Green, Blackberry Bliss, and Pebbled Path. This is an old one because I don't think they have a Gorgeous Grape. I don't know why marker. They must. Wait, they have to have a Gorgeous Grape. Oh, maybe it's the blends. This is Elegant Eggplant. How many of you have been around when Elegant Eggplant was a color? I don't have Gorgeous Grape, but that's pretty close. But I think for the sake of this card, since I used the Blackberry, that's what I'm going to use. Hey, Candy, you joined us live. Awesome. We'll have to watch Replay for details. You're also watching Girls to Run. Oh, yeah. We've been watching tons of swimming. My kids are swimmers. And so we love to watch the swimming. I like to watch the gymnastics, too. My daughter did it for a little while. But then she got into other sports. Actually, my son did it for a little while, too. It was good for his upper body strength. All right, so I'm just coloring straight on my stamp here with my markers. These are the Stampin' Write markers. This technique does not work with the blends markers, only the Stampin' Writes. And I'll show you where I got that in a second. I'm going to blow or huff on that just to re-moisten it. As I was talking, it could have dried. Maybe not so much because it wasn't that long, but here you go. So that, this is going to look sharp. All right, so now here we go. We have to decide. We can have an orange back. We can have, this is Granny Apple Green, so it's a little darker than that Lemon Lime Twist. At first I was doing it yesterday, and that looks nice too. With my son, I was asking him for help. And he goes, oh, it needs a little something. I said, I agree. So we threw that green in there, and that helps. So I can do the Granny Apple Green like that. Or, let's see, I have a black circle. But I might actually, because I only have one black circle. That's pretty sharp too. But I think actually I'm going to save the black circle because I think that will work better with the glittery. So we'll do green. So then you can layer these however you want. You can glue them. You can use dimensionals. I'll just glue this to here. Karen remembers Elegant Eggplant. I have no idea how many years ago that was, but it was a while ago. It's a color I liked very much. It was actually the color of my bridesmaids' dresses, although it was called different. They were called Huckleberry, and they were velvet, and they were beautiful. Let's see, I'm looking for dimensionals. I don't find them, so I'm just going to cut my own. These are some leftover of the foam, not the strips. What are they called? Foam sheets. But you can make your own dimensionals. In the 80s, 90s, yeah. Yeah. I got married in 95, so that's when it was. I had to think for a second. Actually, it will be it's crazy, our 29th anniversary this November. Crazy, crazy. All right. And if you had ribbon, actually a black ribbon would look really cool. I don't have any. Oh, shoot. Okay, this one's not getting eyeballs because I was talking. I glued it on there, and it's too late to put the eyeballs, but I'll put the other one together and show you how I did the eyeballs. Darn it. If you had, and I went looking in my daughter's room this morning. She was at work for googly eyes, because I know she has them. She has glow-in-the-dark googly eyes. You could just glue or stick googly eyes on there, which I will have to do with that one because I forgot. All right, so let me concentrate here on this one because this should be dry. I don't want to lose those. Those ones are all flat. Okay, so I'm just going to cut because it'll be kind of faster. Yeah, for anyone who lives local and watching, I think at the moment that I know, there's only 2 of you local, but there could be more later on. I'm having an event an in-person event on September 14th. And it's actually at the same place that we had our wedding reception. It's right down the street. Didn't go very far. And registration for that is open. I don't know the short link for it. I have to make one actually. But you can find the links on my blog and on my Facebook page. But I'll post that as well. I'll keep posting it to make sure we get people signed up for it. All right. So that looks really cool too. So you can kind of see one has the glitter and one has the stripes, but I'm not gluing it yet because we have to put our eyes on here. So what I did, yeah, Karen, I tried drawing some and they looked horrible. So I think I could try again, but now the card's all put together. I think I'm just gonna stick googly eyes on there. So what I did for this one is I used, in this, it's the round and square brads. You have white and black, and they're round and square. And they're tiny. I don't know if you can see. They're tiny little black circles. So that's what I used. I know you guys can think of, anything. This is what I had in my room. Oops. And I want 2 more because I want to do 3 sets of eyes because that would be odd. All right, that should be it. And so I'm just, this is actually really old too, but it's just like the Stampin' Pierce mats. This is just a smaller one. And so what I'm going to do, actually what I'm going to do first is I'll just use this marker. I am going to draw, I think I decided on this one. I was going to put this on this side because the eyes had, eyes had to go. I'm just making dots. And I suppose that doesn't look too bad if you make dots. I was just thinking. I was going to put one down here, but I'll just put them over here. I don't want them to be quite in alignment of each other. So here's my little triangle. If you have a hole punch, you can use that. I'm just going to use my take your pick tool, the piercer part, and just press down and just make a hole right on where I just made the dots. And then I will stick these in. Oh, Karen, I'm glad you like it. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Oh, you know what? Gems. I didn't even think of those. I may or may not have some black gems, and they're actually about this size. There's some. I think it's still available. There was a pack, and it was just black, white, vanilla. It may or may not have had gray in it. Those would work too. Those would probably be even easier than making the holes and sticking these through. I wonder if the rhinestones might work. Very glittery eyes. I'll show you in a second. I have another card. I was struggling with eyes, so I was kind of second guessing myself. All right. So those are some eyes. Now we can, oh, that's why I use the foam strips, because these were a little bumpy. So that's what I'll do on this one. I've been using these foam strips more and more instead of just, usually we use them for shaker cards, which are great for shaker cards, but they're actually kind of nice for other things too. Everything's sticking to everything because I'm gonna have to clean my scissors off. All right, and then I have this little piece left over, so then I just stick it back on here for next time. All right. So the backing just peels off. And, oh, I didn't take that off. And I will try to center this a little bit better. I'm sure no one will ever notice but me. All right, so then this is going to go down here a little bit more. So I saved the black circle. That's going to go on like that. So you saw how I did it. I tried one also in the green paper. Oh, actually, that doesn't look so bad. Maybe I'll do the green one. Yeah, I think I'll do the green one on that one. Give it a little color. Okay. So I'm going to glue these two together. This would be good. You know, sometimes we send like 4th of July cards. Sometimes that's hard to. I'm going to use dimensionals because it might just stick better than the glue on the glitter. You do red, white, and blue on this. I mean, really can do all sorts of any color combinations. I'm just thinking red. Now it's kind of too late, but if you did red, white, and blue, and you could put some stars on there. I'll have to remember that for next year. The middle, oh, I have to show you where I got these from. The middle circle, the black one on this one, that's from the Stylish Shapes, which I still use lots of. Okay, stuck. And then the 2 medallions are from the Round We Go, and I use that set. I'll show it to you, but I used that set with Anne last week when we made, I'm going to now call them rosettes, because apparently that's the correct name. Not medallions. I guess medallions is more of the shape of the flat one. I'm going to have this stick over a little bit. Oh, isn't that kind of fun? And then the inside, we're on time. On this one, I just put some strips, oops, to kind of mimic the colors on the front. Rather than just do black and white, I just added the green and the orange. And then let me show you, and I'll do that for these. Let me show you, if I find it. Here it is. All right, so this is another version of this Scrappy strip card. I'll put these two next to each other. So rather than just go, use an extra hand, kind of zigzag with the even amount in between. This one I kind of haphazardly went zigzag. I left some areas bigger. I crossed over it, and to make, I mean, that one looks more of a ghost, and I was thinking this one was more like a mummy. I was struggling with these eyes, so it was kind of, I almost forgot to put them in. So I kind of tucked them in, get them closer. And so I did black, red, and it is a little the lemon lime twist. And then I black circles on top, and my son said, they look like Kermit the Frog, which they kind of did. So that's not quite the effect I wanted. So I just cut out, this is very vanilla, out of leaves, and I just cut the little stem off. And I put, so they're not exactly the eyes I wanted, but I think you get the idea of it's kind of a zombie mummy. And then the inside of this one, I just did the black and the trick or treat. So I'll kind of do that. I'll do that in the insides of these. But let me show it here. Here it is. This is where I got those 2 circles, the 2 medallion shapes, and then that was the Stylish Shapes. I'll be doing a lot more with this bundle because I really like it. I was having fun with it last week. All right, so there. Let's see. Those are they all named screen? Yeah. Oh, good. Belinda liked the green. So good. I'm glad I chose that. I did that before I even saw what you wrote. So they're kind of fun. I think you can certainly visualize any color combination. Happy birthday. Thank you. You know, whatever. But I just did this version as Halloween to show you that none of this stuff, except for the trick or treat that is in the throughout the year stamp set, but certainly New Year's would be fun if you did like silver and black. Any of these would actually work with the appropriate colors to go with whatever you want to put on there. So I just chose to do Halloween in the color combinations in case you didn't have any Halloween products, but they do have, there's 2 definite Halloween stamp sets and dies that go with it on the online exclusive. And then there's one with pumpkins, so it could be Halloween or fall. And then I think there's paper coming out in September, but I know that might be a little close for some of you for Halloween. So that's kind of why I did that. So that was all in my email. I will copy and paste all that on my blog as well. So I'm just looking for a button so that you can read that if you don't get my emails, which I hope you do. But if you don't, sign up. That's the email that went out this morning, and you can just visit my blog at mailsomethingpretty.com and you can just sign up and you'll get a tutorial and you get all a bunch of stuff. All right, I'm just making sure that I didn't miss anything on here. All right, so I'll just recap too. Oops. Recap let's see if I can do it. Nope. The host code right there is for the mystery host party. So it's tomorrow's the last day. So if you place any size order using this host code, you will be entered in for a random drawing that will happen on Thursday. And that person will get all the Stampin' Rewards. So right now we're up to $35. The more who order, the higher it goes. We have had them in the past go up to, I think, $202. I looked back. $202 was one, which was crazy and awesome. I will cover the cost of the shipping for whoever the mystery host is to have that stuff shipped to you, and you pick out whatever you want. All right, so that's going on. And the bonus day coupons is happening. You don't need a host code, but you might as well use the host code, and then so you can enter the mystery host party and get bonus day coupons. And so if you order $50 of products, or you get one $5 coupon code that will be emailed to you. If you order $100, you get 2 $5 coupons, and you can use those during the month of August starting on Thursday. All right, so that's what I had for you today. Thank you very much for popping in. I know it's probably a beautiful summer day wherever you are. And so a lot of you will probably be watching on the replay, but I really appreciate you guys who are here live. And it just makes it easier I know I'm talking to real people. Or, not talking to myself, because sometimes that's what it feels like. So anyways, thank you very much. I will see you guys next Tuesday. Bye.